What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we're in the shop today. I've got the old bush hog hooked up to the 5610 here we've been working on. I'm not done with it yet, but anyway, I've been doing some shop cleaning. I moved the old bush hog out from over here and changed some things around here, trying to get some stuff cleaned up. I've got junk sitting everywhere, and it's kind of gotten out of hand. So if you remember, the light towers were over there, the bush hog was over there, and trying to get everything cleaned up. I've got stuff sitting everywhere and can't hardly get to anything. But anyway, trying to correct that a little bit at a time. Didn't get that way overnight, and probably ain't gonna get cleaned up overnight, but got to get some shelves or something built or do something different. Anyway, out here today, I ordered some front wheels for this tractor here a couple weeks ago, and I got them in, and I knew that when I got them in that they were the wrong wheels, but they'd already been delivered. It wasn't much I could do about it. I think they're the right bolt pattern, but the wrong offset. And I can't really send them back because I kind of messed myself up on that. I got on eBay, was looking for some wheels. The wheels that's on this tractor on the front here are 18-inch wheels. I wanted 16-inch wheels because you can get a wider tire in a 16-inch wheel. There's more tire choices. I want to put a little wider front tire on this thing for better flotation and when I put the loader on it. And so I ordered the 16-inch wheels, but I'd gotten on eBay and looked, and I knew the offset I needed because they make them in different offsets. Well, I knew what I needed. Well, I found some on there that fit the description of what I was looking for. So I got the part number off of there, and then I Googled that part number. Well, I came up with a different website that had a cheaper price, so I ordered them from that website. Well, that website didn't have offset spacing or any information on it, just had the part number and said a 16-inch wheel. So I thought that I would be correct by doing that, save a little bit of money. Well, I saved a little bit of money, but turns out evidently the wheels I looked at on eBay, the guy had the back spacing wrong in the listing, which I didn't buy the wheels from him, so I can't really send them back because there was no listing of the back spacing in the place that I bought the wheels from, so it wasn't like it was their fault, it was totally my fault. So I would have to pay the shipping back. If I'd have bought them from the guy on eBay, you know, I could have sent them back probably for free and said it was his fault, you know, which it would have been and been covered. But since I bought it from somebody else and I just got the information from that listing off of eBay, well, now it's my fault. So I would have to pay shipping back to where I got it from, plus a restocking fee, which probably cost me like $100, so it ain't worth it. So anyway, what I'm going to try to do is cut the center out of the wheel, make the back spacing what I want, and wet it back in there. I don't know if that's going to work out. I hope it does. We're going to try it and see. If not, I guess I'm just going to be out the money because the wheels were 200 something bucks. Well, if it's going to cost me $100 to send them back, well, you know, it's kind of not worth it. But anyway, I'll show you guys the wheels I'm talking about over here. These are them right here. And let's see. The offset of them is too far positive offset. Figure out how I can describe this here. So basically the inside of this wheel here needs to move back. This is the back side of the wheel here. And you see how it's welded in right here on these four little deals. So we need to gouge these four welds out, move the center of this wheel out to probably about this lip here. It needs to come out about 1 3/4 inches to be correct, and then weld it back in. These were going to have to be repainted anyway because they're the wrong color and they did a horrible paint job on them. One of them, maybe the other wheel over there, has actually got runs in the paint on it. But anyway, not a huge deal. I knew I was going to have to repaint them anyways. There's the one that's got runs all in the paint right there. You can see. All right, so the first thing I want to do is go ahead and pull this front tire here off and make sure that those wheels are the right bolt pattern at least. I believe they will be. I've not ordered any tires or anything for them yet, and it may be a couple months before I do so. Actually, I ordered the wheels because I saved some shipping on them, getting them because I had ordered some other stuff from this other company anyway, and so they were kind of shipped in the same package or whatever, or in the same shipment, I should say, so they didn't really charge any extra freight, I don't believe. So I saved a little bit of money that way, but I got the wrong wheels, so I don't know that it helped me a whole lot. We'll see if we can correct the problem ourselves. So the problem I'm going to have is the wheel and tire is going to hit the spindle right here because of the offset on it. Well, it appears to be the correct bolt pattern. All right, guys, I got everything set up here. We're going to do some carbon arc gouging. Got some gouging rods right there. And the way this works, you hook your welding machine up to it, and this is a carbon arc gouging lead here. It blows air to blow the molten metal away as the gouging rod melts the weld out. So I got to turn the air compressor on. I'll start the welding machine up, let the air build up, and then we will be ready to get started here. Hopefully I can do this without destroying the wheel and cutting too deep into the wheel and cutting a hole in it. Guys, I got the centers cut out of both of them. I'm going to try to clean everything up with a flat disc. I did gouge down into the wheel. I figured I would. I'll just have to get it cleaned up with a flat disc, run a weld bead down in it, and then come back with a grinder and the flat disc and smooth the weld back out and get it back polished up where it looks good, get everything cleaned up, and then hopefully we can remount the centers in there in the right position that I need them to be. Alright guys, so as you can see, I got some gouges I got to fill in. Let me fire the welder back up. I'm going to run me a bead down in each one of them gouges and I'll polish it back out. Alrighty, I got the gouge marks welded up. So now I'm just going to take a flat disc, smooth this back out. Alright, so I pretty well got all the weld ground back flat on everything with a flat disc. Get the other one done, then we'll be ready to try to put this center back in here and get it positioned where it should go. Alright guys, I got this thing ready to go back together. I think we're going to shoot for about 4.5 inches of back spacing or something like that. This is the front of the wheel here. So you get this where the kind of back where it was, get it put back down in here now that we got it cleaned up. And then we'll have to get it all squared away and straight and all that stuff. There's no fit. Kind of what I want's a snug fit. Be a lot easier to work with that way. I just got to figure out how far to come back down in here. We got a lot further to go. That's about where it was there to start with. And we're getting closer. Not close enough though, I don't believe. Yeah. Well, 4 3/4. 4.5. 4 3/4. Close. It could come just a touch more. All right, guys, I wound up going on a little bit more down in there. And what I'm going to shoot for is 4 inches from that ring right there in the center. That's about where we are. That's what I'm going to do on both of them. Now, I'm going to mount this on the tractor right here and bolt it up and try to get this thing centered. And then we'll see if we can get it tacked in place. And then we can get it welded out. So I have it roughly 4 inches of back spacing in there. So I got it roughly 4 inches of back spacing in there. And so what I want to do is get it bolted on here tight. Now I can spin it and get it true. And then tack it in place. Alright guys, I've got this thing set up. I don't know if that's the best way to do it. We're going to try it right here, and if this don't work out, we'll move the location here and try something different. But basically, got this dial indicator set up on this inside face of the wheel right here, and I'm going to turn it and see. I think we'll start where the valve stem's at first. Okay, valve stem is right here. Need to get, I got my hammer here. All right, valve stem's right there. We're at 70 thousandths. It went past it the other way, so it's about 110. Now we're coming back around. So it's about 1/8 of an inch out, wobbly. So what I got to figure out is the high points, and then we'll take a hammer and bump it wherever and try to get this thing to run true. So I guess that right there is going to be a high point. Right in there too. All right, we started a valve stem right here. We're at 35, roughly. Is that going to be our high point? Okay, so that right in there is a high point. So we got a low point right there of 95. Let me get this down a little bit further in this wheel. That way, in case that outer lip's bent a little, that might help us get a little bit more accuracy out of it. All right, let's go to our valve stem. Right there. We're at 35. Bump it just a hair right there. High there, for sure. I think we're a little low right there. Going to put us back to our valve stem. We're roughly 35. That's within about 40 thousandths there. And that's our low spot right there. All right, so we're at 35 right there at the valve stem. We go up to 50. And we go down to 15. That seems to be just a dip right there. That's a wide swing dip in that little spot. It kind of tells me that rim is bent right there. I can kind of see it. Let me get on a different surface over here, or go down a little further into this groove here. Maybe that'll give us a little better reading there, maybe. Alright, so we 90 thousandths there. 20. Still about the same, look like. I just don't trust that to be exactly accurate right there. But it may be. Let me see if I can turn this around some other kind of way here and get a better reading. I don't know how accurate they were from the factory. Wonder. Check the run out up and down on it, see what that comes out to be. What? Oh, it ain't tight. I'll say, what the heck's going on here? All right, well guys, we're gonna try it on the front side of this wheel here and see if we get any better results. All right, I got you sitting on the front side of this wheel here. We're gonna see if we get any better results this time. I can see when the valve stem comes around more better anyways. All right, that is our valve stem right there. We are at about 88 thousandths. It's off about 50 thousandths. So our high spot is about right here. So we're around about 95 at the valve stem. All right guys, I've got it within about 35 thousandths right now. I'm gonna tack it right here. I'll show you where we're at, and then I'll see if I can get it better. I don't know that this wheel's any truer than 35 thousandths really. So anyway, that's where we're at right there, as you can see. I'm not sure how true that wheel is. That may be as true as the wheel is, but I'm gonna tack it in one spot to hold that one spot, and then I'll try to bump a little bit and try to get it a little closer than that. I would like to see within 10 thousandths, but it is a tractor wheel. This thing probably only goes 18 miles an hour, so I'm pretty sure that's fine if that's all I can get, but try to get a little better if we can. All right guys, I couldn't get that, but within about 30 thousandths, I think that's gonna work for a tractor tire. I'll let you take a look at it, see what you think. The heat probably drawed it some. Maybe it got better. I don't know. So we're down to 35. I think that's going to work for a tractor tire. What do you think? I don't think that wheel is perfectly cut straight. I think it's some irregularities in the surface of the wheel right there, is my opinion. See where it was welded and then where I welded it. Get all that cleaned up. Get some white paint on it instead of silver paint on it. For the most part, it ain't too far off for something that ain't gonna run but 18 miles an hour. So I'll get started on the other one and see if I can get it that closer better, and then we'll get some paint on them, get them cleaned up, get some paint on them, see what the finished product looks like. All right guys, this is wheel number 2. It looks like we're in about 25 thousandths, best I can tell. I think that's just irregularities in the wheel. That's about the best I can get it, so I'm going to tack it and turn it again, and then I'll weld it out. Alright guys, so I've ran the math on this. 30 thousandths is a little less than 1/32. These tires should turn at about 170, 180 RPMs. Wide open at 18, 19 mile an hour, whatever this thing runs. It's about a 34.5 inch tire, something like that. You can do the math, see if you get anything any different. I got the dial caliper set up on the OEM wheel just because I know somebody's curious, and we're gonna see what they look like and see if they are better or worse. I've already got everything set up here. we'll take a look-see. So we're over at 70. 75, that could have been something on the wheel. Oh, we're all the way back around. We started off at 40. Somewhere there. So that's about out 85 or 90 thousandths there. So that's a lot worse than the ones I welded up, I'll assure you of that. I don't know, you can probably see it when it turns as well. Yeah, you can see it. So anyway, I feel pretty confident of that, and I would think as close as I got them other ones, they'd probably be good to about 50 miles an hour or so. But anyway, we're gonna get this put up, get them cleaned up, and get them painted up so they look like they should. All right, guys, well, that is the finished product, and hopefully that those will work well. I don't see an issue with them. I'm gonna let that dry, and I'm gonna go in the house and get this video edited. I'm sure somebody will leave in the comments, somebody watches this, will tell me that I could have turned those around backwards and mounted them that way, but I didn't want to do that because, well, it would look backwards. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next video.